What's good, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound, Pound for Piggity, back in the higgity. That means house. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I just sounds fun. Anyways, I'm coming back with another segment. I'll put the sparring videos up. I got guys leaving comments of me sparring the 215 pounder and the 190 pounder in kickboxing. And then, actually that kickboxing dude, the 190 pounder was the same dude I boxed in a previous video. He just wanted to rematch. He got mad, He's like, oh man, I boxed you, and that was your field. Boxing, you got me. And so let's do it in kickboxing. I said, okay, I never kickboxed before. And I still whipped that ass. Cause this is Mr. Pound for Pound. But anyways, we're going to talk about sparring beginners. And, it's a touchy field. You know what I mean? Beginners, we call them green. The guys are green when they come in. And green can mean a number of things. I've heard people use it in different ways. I've heard green light, like you got a green light on these fools. I've heard used as green because they just go, go, go. So my whole thing about sparring beginners is experienced fighters. I'm talking to y'all right now. Don't be fucking ranking on these beginners, okay? I've seen some videos where there be some experienced fighters just trying to just knock the shit out of these beginners, green people that just joined the gym or have been at the gym for maybe a year. Like, if you've been at a gym for 6 months to a year, you're still a beginner. You're still green. Like, I don't care. Unless you're just naturally talented or naturally a good fighter, and people see that or tell you like, yo, you off the chain, you're green. Don't think otherwise. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't had an amateur fight in a year, like let's say you started training 2014 and 2015 comes along and you ain't had an amateur fight, like scheduled. Like if your coach ain't told you like, yo, we need to get you a fight, you're green. You're a beginner. But if you have been offered amateur fights within a year, then you're not green. You obviously have some kind of skills or something that what the coach sees to know that you're ready to be able to handle yourself in the ring. But to all my experienced fighters out there, man, that are ranking on these beginners, like, come on, man. You know what it is. Experienced fighters doesn't necessarily mean they're experienced either. Now, what I mean by experienced is a guy that could be at the gym from 2014 to 2016 and they're sparring a guy that was from the gym 2014 to 2015 that is green. I've seen that case happen before many times in the gym, and it's always the guy with more years just trying to rank on this dude with less years. Now, don't get me wrong. If the guys that is a beginner is trying to take your head off, you keep them honest. You know what I'm saying? And keeping them honest means you pop them with a few shots that says, yo, chill out. But you don't knock the dude out and you don't try to rip his head off. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a couple pro sessions where I've stood ringside, watched a couple buddies get in the ring with, some pro fighters, and they try to take that pro fighter's head off. And I'll be honest, Juan Lascano, I was there when one of my buddies sparred him for the first time, and he was trying to take Juan's head off. And me and my homeboy were standing outside the ring, and we were just like, oh, this is about to get ugly, because you can see Juan getting angry. Dude's over here just trying to rip his head off. Dude's green. So what Juan do? He's very experienced, HBO fighter. Fought Ricky Hatton, all that stuff. He kept him honest. Popped him with a few body shots, hit him with a couple headshots, and had him throwing up in between rounds. Dude was throwing up all in the bucket. But what Juan didn't do, he didn't knock him out. He didn't fuck him up. He kept it respectable in there and just kept it work. Because that's really all it is work. You're sparring beginners, you work. You don't try to rip their head off. You don't try to knock them out. You just work. And work means you get your conditioning in, and all you're really trying to do is get your eyes right. You're just trying to move side to side. You're trying to use your body movement. You're trying to pop some shots with a little pop. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go easy. I'm not saying go easy. I'm not saying go super duper light. But what I am saying is if you know you're more experienced, then just keep the person honest. You don't gotta rip people's heads off. It's not necessary. So that's my advice to y'all when it comes to sparring beginners. You need to keep your eyes open because sometimes they throw wild shots. You need to keep your defense up, which is the obvious. It's like, duh, regardless if they're a beginner or not. You need your defense high. You need your eyes open. You need your reaction time there. And hey, if you need to and you can't get to that type of level, man, go ahead and drink some coffee or something before sparring. Drink a little bit of coffee. That'll get your reactions there. That'll get your hand-eye coordination on point. If you're feeling a little lazy before sparring, have a little bit of a Red Bull. Not a lot. A little bit. Get your little, get your reaction time going. Get your hand-eye coordination going, or whatever you need to do to pick it up. But you don't, like I said, don't go in there ranking on a person. Don't go in there trying to kill them. Just be cautious, because, green people will come at you. Beginners will come at you because they're beginners. They got that anxiety. They got that ring anxiety. They're not used to, they're not regularly used to throwing punches and being in a sparring session, which to them feels like a fight. So if you're a person that's already been in there and you're used to it, you can go some rounds. It's not necessary to hurt beginners. It's not necessary to rank them with combinations. You just go in there, you work, you get your shots off, and you get some good, honest work in. This is your boy, Mr. Pound for Pound. I'm up out of here. Peace.